Hola.
What's up, folks?
Hey, Danny Boy here, Bill Corpus Crispy. Um, Welcome in episode 390. That's right, 390. You read that correctly.
Wait,
Um,
390? Dude, you know what that means?
10
10 more,
away.
baby. 10 more till we get to 400.
We're
I'm
so
so
pumped up
excited I'm
about
on
that.
Germany right now.
Yep. We're still planning on what we're gonna do for that show, so we'll certainly let you folks know what the deal is for that. But
We'll see if
400
the other folks are
episodes,
around.
sure. I mean, I'm cool with it. Yeah, we're stoked about it. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for joining us as always, right here on the SIN YouTube page, and of course, we uh uh we love you guys. You know, it's been an amazing ride these past 5 years, Bill
Can you
Corpus
believe we've been
Crispy.
doing this for 5 years?
Crazy. Insane. All right. So um not a whole lot to get to, but news did drop. A lot of news has dropped since we
Yes,
last
and
talked to you.
before we begin, I just want to say to all the couples out there, Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there. And of
And
course, give love to your family members as well. You
yes,
know?
if you're single like us, look at the bright side. Dude, it's Friday.
Yep,
And,
exactly.
and there's a well, and for some people, there's a long weekend coming up. So
Yep.
look at the bright side, folks. But we're
Yeah.
here to have a whether you're with someone or you're single or you just want to hear us talk about sports, we're here for you today.
Yeah.
That's the important part. We're always here for you.
Yep. So
But
we thank you, folks.
all right, so this is our first non-football Friday
First non-football Friday. And
till since like August. Like,
yeah,
what are we gonna do this Sunday?
um, look into baseball news. I got basketball to worry about. Um, we have
They're watching the Rangers again.
yeah, the rain. What a disgrace the Rangers are. How about that? I mean, how terrible are they? And I held out hope for a long time that maybe they'll make a big enough run where they'll be in the mix of the playoffs. I have no confidence anymore. The Rangers are a disgrace. Um, but in any case, I still got basketball. Maybe whatever the hockey left, and then of course baseball's here. Before we get to the baseball, I know we talked about this on Monday. Um, we talked about the reports that Aaron Rodgers and the Jets were splitting. That has been made official
It's
uh,
official.
by the Jets. I'll pull up the statement in a second, but Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are parting ways, and um, look, the bottom line is, like I said before, this is about the future of the Jets and what the Jets want to do. And if Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji, don't want Rodgers here because they feel like it's not part of their plans, then they have every right to make this move now. And I'm glad that they're being transparent about it. They're making the move now so that they can move forward with their program. I think it's look, it's the right move in my opinion. But at the same time, whether it was your opinion or not your opinion to move forward, it's based on what they want to do. So we owe it to Aaron Glenn. We owe it to Darren Muji. I know this is more of the Aaron Glenn show than Darren Muji, but you owe it to them to at least see it through, Bill Murphy.
Oh, absolutely agree. But I think this was 100% the right move.
Yeah.
We said when we talked about this last week, right? Or last week, when we talked about this on Monday.
Yeah.
Um, I think this was the right move because you know what? I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers just turned the Jets into a freaking circus.
Yeah. He did. I mean, look, he wasn't always bad. Like he said the right things on McAfee whenever he made his appearances. Um, and he was a good teammate. A lot of the Jets players talked about his leadership, talked about how great of a teammate he was. He actually did, to his credit, take pay cuts to be with the Jets. So, in a way, well, yes, all the other nonsense outside the locker room, and of course, some friction within the locker room, if there was any. Um, and then of course all that other mess. But like for the most part, I will give Aaron Rodgers credit that he actually was a good teammate. But at the end of the day, his narcissistic attitude was just too much. And look, he had a solid season. It was good enough, but it didn't help the Jets. And it's a failure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. This is the statement coming from the Jets. This is the first one from Muji and Aaron Glenn saying last week we informed Aaron Rodgers that the intention was to move. We met with Aaron Rodgers and shared that our intention was to move in a different direction at quarterback. It was important to have this discussion now to provide clarity and enable each of us the proper time to plan our respective futures. We want to thank him for the leadership and passion, dedication he brought to the organization and wish him success moving forward. And then, of course, this is the statement from Woody Johnson. I want to thank Aaron for his time in New York Jets. His arrival in 2023 was met with unbridled excitement, and I will forever be grateful that he chose to join us to continue his Hall of Fame career. From day one, he embodied what it meant to be a New York Jet, embraced our fans, and immersed himself in our city. That is what I will remember most when I look back at his time here. He will always be welcome, and I wish him only the best in whatever he chooses to do next. So that's the statement from Aaron Glenn, Darren Muji, and then of course the statement from Woody Johnson. Obviously there were some reports out there, Bill, about those conversations that they had, Aaron Glenn and Darren Mucci had with Rodgers in regards to what they wanted from him if he were to return to the Jets. Um,
Oh, absolutely.
Not necessarily an ultimatum. Of course, there's reports out there that they told him if you're coming back, this is what you have to do. No ifs, ands, or buts, but more like a preference.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Reggie, you got to think about it this way. Um, you know what? Right move for the Jets because Aaron Rodgers has been like the spoiled rich kid since the day he walked through the door there.
Yep.
Because remember, going back to when they were considering him, remember, Reg, when there was no rush?
Right.
When there was, remember, oh, but there's no rush. And
No.
remember, okay, well, what do you want? Okay, I want these guys. And they get Alan
Mhm.
Lazard. I'm like,
Yep.
we don't know if we're getting Aaron Rodgers, but we got Alan Lazard. Are
Right.
we getting Aaron Rodgers? I don't know. They just like catered to everything they did. They
Yeah.
just
Well,
catered to him.
even before they even made their pursuit for Rodgers, they hired Nathaniel Hackett because of
Yes.
his close ties to Aaron Rodgers. It was before they actually went after him, but they still hired him. And you can say anything you want. They still hired Hackett with the clear intention of trying to lure Aaron Rodgers to New York.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
that was the bottom line. So, yes, in a way, they did cater to, and they even tried to get. They didn't get every player, but they even tried to get. And remember that 2023 offseason, going into 2023 season, they tried to get every player imaginable here in New York to get Aaron Rodgers to come to the Jets. It worked out. He believed in their vision, but yeah, Rex Ryan said it perfectly. It was an Aaron Rodgers country club. Whatever he wanted to do, he did. Whatever he wanted to get, he got. He
And
got his
they
boy Devontae here too. So it was all just a environment for Rodgers to, bullshit, have fun. And look, like I said, he did have a good season. Yes, for the most part, he got along with his teammates and was a good leader. But he still had that narcissistic attitude towards the game. And, you know, just him being so condescending, just him being so annoying, when it came to it just was too much to handle.
I
And
say this every single time. Dude,
right.
does Aaron Rodgers even want to play football anymore?
Well, no, that's not true. He does because
No, I don't think he does.
no, I think he does want to play football
I
because
think he just wants to be a professional bullshit artist.
yeah, but he wants to play football because he played like it last year. I know the Jets weren't the greatest team, and believe me, they were not the greatest team. He wants to play. He just wants to win though, but he wants to win on his own terms. And that's the thing that frustrated me more. Um, so obviously we talked about that nature of it. But then, of course, there's the McAfee appearances, which was one of the preferences the Jets had asked him to not do. Hey, you got to stop your appearances on Pat McAfee's show.
Why did
And
they ask him to do that? Was it because of the stupid shit he was doing, saying?
well, I think they were worried. The biggest thing I think Aaron Glenn was worried about was look, because we don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to say. It's not like the Jets are, because usually with these appearances, it's usually the Jets agreeing with their media people, agreeing with whatever platform that they wanted to have these weekly interviews, um, and all that stuff. It's like a contract. It's like they're contractually obligated. In this case, this was Pat McAfee paying Aaron Rodgers $1 million to appear on his show. So the Jets have no control over what's being said. So I think they were kind of worried about what he would say and how it may backfire on the team since they have no control over that contract, how that works. So they told him we got to stop the preference. Again, I want to make sure people understand. The Jets didn't give him the ultimatum saying you have to stop it. This is sort of what they wanted him to do. So but yeah, they told him you stop the McAfee appearances, and then of course the other nonsense. The skipping parts of mandatory camp, and then of course the ayahuasca, whatever the hell you want to call it, that stuff too. So
But
um
you got that. Then you had the stupid, like, this is where I say that sometimes, and like, listen, his performance on the field could say otherwise, but this is when I say, does Aaron Rodgers even want to play football anymore? Does he want to
but
just be a professional BS
But
artist?
but that's but Bill, that's not fair because he played like he wanted to play football. So yes, he bullshits off the field. Yes, he does this crazy nonsense, but he still played every week. He played every game this season. He had 28 touchdowns, over 3,000 yards. You can't tell me this guy doesn't want to play football. He does, but he wants to do it on his terms. He wants to do it his way.
So
He
he wants to
wants to
be a
run the
quarterback
team.
and a professional bullshit artist.
Exactly.
But it's just Reg, it's just how I feel about this. It's just publicity stunt after publicity
Mm.
stunt after publicity stunt.
And that's all it was for the Jets. This was never look, people can go out and say that this was about trying to make the Jets relevant and everything. Well, yes, partially true. Look, getting Aaron Rodgers Hall of Fame quarterback, of course your team is going to get into all the papers. But this was literally just bringing too much attention to the team. And it literally had nothing to do with the Jets winning. And look, I get that they actually tried to put out a winning football club. They actually did. I believe the Jets actually thought bringing Aaron Rodgers here was going to help them propel. But then, of course, we see that it didn't do anything much. They only won 5 games. Horrible coaching, horrible offense, improved slightly in 2024, but it still wasn't crazily up to par. And then, of course, there's the defense, which was trash all season. Whether Jeff Ulbrich was the defensive coordinator or not the defensive coordinator. So there's just a lot of issues that, you
Oh,
know,
agree.
talent wise, the Jets certainly do have the talent. There's talent on this team, but I just don't think there's just way too many issues. Like I said before, throughout the season, there's just way too many issues that Aaron Rodgers himself cannot fix. So I'll leave it at this. It was a failure. It was a massive failure.
It was a gigantic failure.
And
Failure.
I hate being right about it
I
because,
don't.
well, I know you don't. You don't give a fuck about the Jets, but I do. So
Hey, I have my own problems right now. I have my own
oh
damn
oh
problems.
please, you have Super Bowls. I don't. Um Look,
Sorry, buddy.
the, the bottom line is I hate being right about this because ultimately what it led to was another disastrous season for the Jets and more misery for me. It's time to move on. Let it go. Let Aaron Glenn do his thing. This is his show now. Let him do his thing. Um, and all I gotta say is it's gonna be another tough season because um I don't know what the quarterback options are. And look, maybe the Jets are want to start from scratch. Maybe the Jets want to not necessarily do a rebuild, but retool their program a little bit. And like I said, you owe it to Aaron Glenn to do his thing. So let him do his thing.
So yeah, that's what's going on with that. Rogers is gone.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
circus has left town.
yep. And I'm excited to see where the Jets go, though. I'm really excited, even though I'm not necessarily excited about the upcoming season. Um, but let's see where it goes.
You got 7 months to not think about it. So,
Exactly, of
but
course. All right.
anyway, also some news with the other New York team, my beloved Giants. They're trying to find like someone to have stake in 10% of their ownership.
Yeah, so I mean NFL teams have been trying to do this ever since they passed the NFL passed new rules regarding um how much uh private equities can own a team and stuff. I believe the Bills already did this. They sold like 10% of their stake, and many other teams have. But the Giants are trying to do the same. Of course, as you folks know, in New York, the Giants are owned by both the Mara family and the Tisch family. Um, both families acquired the 50% stake from the respective patriarchs once they passed away. So it's all 50-50 stuff. But now they're trying to sell 10% of that stake. Uh, from my understanding, it's obviously not a controlling stake. I believe Maris and Tish's will still share the controlling stake of the team. But yeah, it's interesting. What does this mean for the Giants? Nothing in the immediate future, but I mean more money. Try to get more money in their pockets.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I always find it interesting.
I always do as well.
Yeah. Well, what's your take on it?
About them trying to find a 10% owner.
Yeah, like, what do you think about it? I mean, I know it's not m much, but it's like, the Giants are worth a lot of money.
Well,
So,
I don't really think much about it because whoever the 10% owner is going to be, I don't think they're going to have much in decision-making processes.
right.
They're not going to have much in decision making. So if they're all trying this, to be honest, I really don't think much about it because, again, they're all going to want to, they're all trying to just You get what I'm saying? They're all trying, all the NFL teams are trying to do this.
Mhm.
And it's not like these people are going to have any roles in the decisions.
Mhm.
They might, but I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about this.
Tim Mara founded the Giants over 100 years ago.
Yes, he did.
$500 is what it cost.
Yikes.
The Giants are worth over 7 billion. So, you know,
Talk about a switch.
oh God. All right. Well, that's the football side of things. Obviously, also Kellen Moore is now officially we expected this.
Yeah, this
The
was official.
head coach of the Saints. I think he had his press conference, I believe yesterday. His introductory press conference. That was not shocking. Um, yeah, so
Again,
that
during the game, I guarantee you, Gail Benson was on the phone with the
mhm.
GM saying,
Well,
we made the right choice.
yeah, I mean, she had a nice, perfect view of that Eagles team, absolutely dismantling that Chiefs team. It was tremendous, absolutely tremendous.
And now he will be used as a distraction for so people can stop thinking about the scandal with them in the Archdiocese of New Orleans.
Yep.
And Mardi Gras is coming up in New Orleans, so she's got a lot of distractions coming up. So she's doing just fine.
Mhm.
All right. So anyway, now we go from the gridiron to the diamond. Dude, pitchers and catchers started this week.
Pitchers and catchers have reported. Yes, Bill.
There's still snow on the ground where I am, but you know why I love about baseball.
Mhm.
Spring is around the corner.
Mhm.
And we're supposed to get more snow this weekend. So I love thinking about baseball because it makes me think about how the snow will be melted
Yeah.
and spring will be here. But anyway, pitchers and catchers, Yankees reported to pitchers and catchers, and so did the Mets. Am I right?
Yep. They all reported. I'll tell you a pitcher that did not report. That was Marcus Stroman. Um, Of course, we expect the Yankees to move him at some point. We don't know when or where he's going to be moved, but the difficult situation with Stroman. They're trying to move him. Of course, he unfollowed the Yankees, so on all of the socials. So it's expected. Like the relationship is pretty much soured at this point. We're not retaining Marcus Stroman and stuff. Um, But yeah, no, I mean, I'm pumped up. Seeing Max Fried and Garrett Cole talk about pitching and pictures and everything is actually pretty damn cool. Um, I can't wait for the season, man. I cannot wait for the season. And people are giving me crap because they keep saying that the New York Yankees are not the best team in New York. I'm gonna hold off on saying that the Mets are because we don't know where that's gonna end up yet. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
So to all you fans out there who are sort of dismissing the Yankees because uh, they didn't have a better offseason than the Mets, well, I say screw you. You know, you wait and see. And when we come out on top in the American League, while the Mets sit down on their couch crying that they lost to the Dodgers again in the National League Championship Series, it's gonna be pretty nice and sweet.
Oh, it is, folks. But no, I think the Yankees can be I think the Yankees, because I think this season we'll talk about this more when we do Bombers Banter, date TBD
Right,
to be determined. But I think when the, because I think the Yankees have had a better offseason than the Mets had.
right.
I don't know if you agree or disagree with me on that statement, but Yankees have had a much better offseason.
I disagree. I think the Mets had a tremendous offseason. If you were to give me between the two teams who had the better offseason, I still say Mets because they got Juan Soto. And now with the Pete Alonso signing, excuse me, now with the Pete Alonso signing, you now have that big time punch in between in that heart of the order with Soto and Alonso. And that's what they needed. And then, of course, they brought back Sean Mania. They beat up on the pitching. I'm not quite there with the pitching overall. I still have a lot of questions with the Mets, but I think their offseason was by far the best. The Yankees, however, had the best pivot. I will say that. In terms of, hey, look, where do you go after losing out on Soto? I think the Yankees had the best pivot. They still need a third baseman. I still think I'm not sure about Arenado now, but I still think the Yankees could find their way. If not, we're just gonna have to suffer with DJ LeMahieu, Oswaldo Cabrera, and Oswald Peraza at third base. Whatever. Keep Jazz at second base. That's all I
Abs-
care about.
Keep Jazz at second.
Yeah.
And you know who's also saying the same thing about that?
Who?
Our dear friend John Haraska.
Yeah. Look, Jazz Chisholm. I get the Yankees, last year because Gleyber Torres was unwilling to move positions, but Gleyber Torres is no longer here, so bring back his natural position, second base.
I
And
agree.
yeah, and then of course, I love the outfield. I'm hoping Dominguez can improve at left field so that Bellinger and Judge can play their positions as well. Um, yeah, no, I think the Yankees had the best pivot,
Because you
but
know what? And we've been
yeah,
saying this for months. Once the whole thing with Soto transpired, the
yeah,
Yankees said, okay, you know what? Let's do it.
right,
Let's do it. And they said, hey, we got some holes we gotta fill. Instead of spending money on all one player, they said we got some holes we gotta fill, and they did that.
yeah.
And that's why I think the Yankees had a better offseason.
Okay, I mean, I see where you're coming at. I'm not saying that you're wrong because
Am I ever
it,
wrong?
it's your opinion, like but no, I think the Mets had the better offseason than the Yankees for sure.
Okay, well, dude,
Um,
that's your opinion.
yeah.
You know what they say, Reg? You know what they say?
Mhm.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them and they all stink.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Everybody has them and they all stink.
Mhm. Now we go from obviously Yankees and Mets talk over to other baseball news because middle of this week, Alex Bregman, who I was screaming for throughout the entire offseason, knowing that he was wide open and no one else was trying to take him. Well, he's gonna go to the Red Sox. Um,
Yeah, so that sucks.
yeah, of course he is. It is a 3-year deal, $120 million. I believe there's some deferred money, but in any case, it's about $40 million a year. With I believe he has options after the first 2 seasons, so he can opt out of that contract if he wanted to. Um, or if he has a terrible season, he can opt in because he has more money. But um, I was not expecting $40 million a year for Bregman. I thought that was kind of an overpay. I wouldn't have given him that much. The amount of money is about where he was at, between 120, 180, uh, for the entire contract, obviously. Um, I think the AAV is a little too high. I'm not in love with it. However, if you're the Red Sox, you get a damn good player in Bregman. So that's sort of like the part that you know kind of going back and forth with, you know.
So Bregman is shipping up to Boston.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think the Yankees made the right choice not to not to go after him, knowing that if he was gonna get $40 million a year, like that's insane.
Oh, it is.
Oh my God.
We live in, dude, we cover sports for a living. Do you think, does anything shock you nowadays?
Well, no, but still, it's too much money. I would never have done it.
You wouldn't have done it?
No.
You know what, bro? I don't blame you.
Um, Now look, if you're talking like I know he turned down a deal with the Blue Jays. It was like 6 years worth 170 million. That was more the range I was looking at for the Yankees. Like the long-term contract 180. That's what I was like thinking of. But not the AAV that the Red Sox are going to give. And of course, like I said, I believe that contract may be coming with deferrals now. So I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. So I think the Yankees made the right choice staying put with that. But with that said, now Alex Bregman's gonna kick our ass in the division. That does not
Yes,
make
that makes things a lot worse, doesn't
that
it?
I mean, I don't know if it makes things worse, but not pleasant. Not pleasant. You know, yeah.
So, so yeah, there was some other baseball news this week, wasn't there?
What is it, Bill?
Well, no, I remember there was someone else who signed somewhere else, but I can't think of it, who it was. I was asking you.
Oh, no, no. That was the big one. Alex Bregman going to
Alex
Boston.
Bregman is in Boston. He's shipping up to Boston.
Right.
Whoa. So, anything else? Because I got something that I think might be fun.
Well, what were we thinking?
Okay, since today is Valentine's Day, NFL Memes gives you the NFL Valentines.
Right.
And okay, there's some I'm not gonna read because they're a little crass,
Mm.
but here we go. One is has a Buffalo Bills logo on it. It says, "Are you the Lombardi Trophy? Because I get choked up around you." Jalen Hurts. I ain't the only one getting some. I'm not. I ain't the only tush getting some pushing tonight.
Oh my God.
There's one with Saquon. Words can't describe you how much more attractive you are than my ex.
Oh my God. How do you feel about that one?
I actually think that's kind of funny. What do you think?
I mean, if you're a Giants fan, you're miserable. I mean,
Yeah, but
you
I get.
know.
And this one has a picture of Bill Belichick. It says, if you can read this, you're probably too old for me."
Oh my goodness gracious. I mean,
Right.
according to his chick, though, he's perfectly at a fine age. So,
Yeah, he's as healthy as a horse. Here's a quote with Travis Kelsey. May not be open on the field, but I'm open to love.
oh, okay.
Okay, I don't think that's the best one.
That's all right.
Taylor Swift, listening to offers after that Super Bowl performance.
What type of offers?
Oh, Reggie's interested, aren't you?
Hmm.
I get bad for you, buddy.
Look, Travis Kelsey will be doing podcasts all season next year. So when I believe he's going to retire. So
Yes, there's been rumors going around that he's going to retire.
yeah,
All right, okay, don't want to do that one. We should just, Dan Campbell, we should just go for it.
yeah, we should just go for it.
Philadelphia Eagle logo. That ass is looking like our city after the championship, the way it's about to get destroyed.
Ooh, okay. These are interesting ones. I like that.
All right, this one is, I'm just filling out the ones that I think are funny. Um, There's one with Joe Shane on it.
Okay, Joe Shane.
I wouldn't give you up for anything. Unless my worst enemy wanted to take you out, of course.
Well,
Daniel Jones.
that well that did happen. That did happen. Go ahead. Sorry.
Daniel Jones, you intercepted my heart.
Nah, no, that's not that good. No.
Aaron Rodgers, want to
Oh,
waste some time with me?
oh. And that's the moral of every chick that's been around Aaron Rodgers, let alone the Jets.
One with the Chargers logo. You make me collapse with love.
Mm, okay.
One with the Vikings, Packers, and Lions logos. Promise we won't lead you on only to disappoint you when it matters the most.
It's definitely the truth there. Yep. Okay. I can see that one. Yep.
Titans logo. You be my number one pick.
Mm,
Robert Sala. I'm fired up to be your Valentine.
okay. That's a good one. I like that.
Patrick Mahomes. I'd go to hell and back for you.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And Josh Allen. You look like you'd finally be able to get me to finish.
They should do a Haley Steinfeld reference um with Josh Allen, like the song Starving. You ever heard the song Starving?
No, I have not.
It's the one she did with Zed and Gray. Um, so it's I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. So that would have been like a perfect thing if they could come up with a meme with that. So
Here's the one with the Lions logo. Hope you aren't looking for a ring.
yeah, okay.
Cowboys logo. Sorry I didn't get you a gift this year, but remember the gift I got you 3 decades ago? That's for Mark.
Ooh.
That's for old ops guy
Oh,
how
old
Mark
ops guy. Yowza.
Are you the Eagles logo? Are you the Lombardi trophy? Because I'm taking you home. Okay, that wasn't the best.
No, no, sorry.
Okay, one with the refs on it. I'd screw you harder than any team facing the Chiefs.
Oh,
I think that's my favorite one.
oh, come on. That's number one.
That is
De
number.
Definitely number one there.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't gonna do this one because I thought it was a little crass, but you know what? We're adults. Are you ready?
Okay.
It was actually the very first one. It has the Chiefs logo. Are you a chance at a three-peat? Because I want to blow you.
Ooh. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, please don't send these to your significant others. Please don't do that.
No. No,
Do
don't do it.
not. Please
Don't do that. No.
do not do that. These are just jokes. We're just having a little fun.
Yeah.
But that's my. I think the refs one is my favorite.
Yeah, no, that was the best one by far. Yeah.
I'd screw you harder than any team playing the Chiefs and used to play the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hate the refs.
Yeah. Screw them.
Yeah, but anyway, you know what? For our first post football Friday, we talked a lot about football today.
We did talk a lot. We talked a lot about football. We got in some baseball. We're
Can't wait for
gonna
baseball to start.
oh, we can't wait for that.
NBA All-Star game is this weekend, though, right?
Mhm.
So, what do you think for that?
Um, well, there's the All-Star stuff, right? The All-Star break. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting. Obviously, a lot of these events, there's all like scaled down, and the All-Star break is not what it used to be. Is what I'm basically saying. Um, but no, I mean, I guess Saturday night, you have the 3-point contest, you have the dunk contest. Then of course the NBA All-Star game. Now, of course, the All-Star game the forever changing All-Star game. I believe all the TNT hosts um have their own teams. So you have Kenny with his team, then you have Charles Barkley with his team, then you have Shaq with his team. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting, but yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know if I'm really that interested in the All-Star game. It's not what it used to be. Um, but it's this weekend, so if you ever want to check it out, you can check it out.
And how did it used to be, Reg?
Well, I mean, East versus West, and then of course you have your dunk contest, which used to be better because people actually knew how to dunk in this league. We used to have like these tall ass people that were big men centers that knew how to dunk. So, but of course the NBA is now more of a 3-point league. It's like 3-pointers rule the league. So yeah, yeah.
So yeah, NBA All-Star game this week. Pitchers and catchers
Mhm.
starting up.
Yep, it's exciting stuff. Um, we'll wrap it up there.
All right, well, that is it for today.
Mhm.
Sorry it didn't seem like much today, but
Well, like I said, there's not much to talk about, but a lot of news to come down, so we got it in.
yeah, so I hope
Um,
so, Eddie. So yeah, if you want to see more, go to www.thesportsinsanitynetwork.com. Check out our
yep,
blogs, our personal history. Check out our podcast, available on all platforms and on YouTube right here. And don't forget to check out now that football's over, our baseball shows are going to be starting up.
yep.
Is Battle going to be starting this Sunday or?
I don't know. Well, I haven't talked to Rifkin. If it is, you'll know when it's up because you would have at this point not only subscribe to our YouTube channel, but also hit that button for the notifications, so you'll know when we go live. All
Yeah,
right.
so we got that. So we got that coming up, and also, Reg, we got Bombers banter
Yep, that's
again,
coming up soon.
TBD,
We'll figure it out.
and we may have a new friend joining us.
That'd be nice.
Good, we could use some more company.
Well, I mean, it's either we use more company or you get to play Stump the Reg where I kick your ass. You know?
Oh, touche.
All right.
All right,
That 390 in the books.
10 more, baby.
Yep, we're pumped up about getting to 400. So please continue to join us on our journey. We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. Have an awesome, awesome weekend.
You too. Stay safe and take care.